going on, everybody? Alright, so I figured today we would just go through some ranked. Alright, so I figured today we would just go through. And I'm thinking we're primarily going to be using prank kids. I just want to try to climb tonight and just go up. I've gotten a little bit better with prank kids. I've practiced a little bit. I've worked on the Thunder Dragons, or not Thunder Dragons, Armed Dragon Thunder a little bit, which should be a lot of fun. Elemental Heroes is still great, so if we don't have too much with prank kids, you know, we might swap over. But I mean, prank kids is overall just a better deck because of the value in the prank kids themselves, and you guys will see. I'll pull up the deck profile just so you guys can see it. So this is pretty much what we're working with. I don't really feel the need for something like Max C in this deck, because I know a lot of people's going to ask themselves that, you know, why isn't this dummy running Max C? And there's just not too much value in that for me right now. I've also swapped up just a couple of things. I did put Bane in here just to see how it plays out. If I don't like it, it will absolutely be adjusted. And in lieu of Max C, we've added some more graveyard hand traps. So we have like DD Crow. Quick effect, you can discard this card to your graveyard, then target one card in your opponent's graveyard and banish that target. And we have Skullmeister. When a card effect is activated in your opponent's graveyard, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard and negate that effect. So a lot of people right now are playing Eldritch, Drytron. I mean, just all of those decks do stuff from the graveyard. Dragon Maid, Heroes. I mean, every deck type I can think of is using stuff from the graveyard right now. So that's why we have so much. I do still need 2 Called by the Graves, but as you guys can see, I mean, my currency is a little lacking up there in the top left. That's alright. I'm eventually going to have to take something apart. I don't know if it's going to be Armed Dragon Thunder. It's definitely not going to be Heroes or Prank Kids, so I mean, that's pretty much our only option at this point. But I do want to mess around with that deck a little bit more before we, you know, think about getting rid of it. That'll for sure give me the 2 Called by the Graves, which will improve things a bit. And now, even just looking at this, I really don't like the addition of the hero card, but I mean, we're gonna play it, and we're gonna see how everything works out. I just have a really horrible feeling that we're gonna end up drawing into Dark Calling or Thunder Dragon Fusion. Thunder Dragon Fusion would actually be useful. Dark Calling wouldn't. But in our opening hand, or even for the first few turns, or however long it takes us to draw into what we need, like either Evil Hero Adjusted Gold for Dark Calling, so that we can get out Bane, or Thunder Dragon Fusion, which we primarily use for Prank Kids Battle Butler. Well, actually, he's not primarily. He is the target. So it's kind of where we're at. And Thunder Dragon Fusion has the added benefit of, if it's in the graveyard, I can add a Thunder card to my hand, which is Fansies, which helps me out a lot. So, but we'll just get into it. I mean, that's pretty much it. I've done some adjustments since the last time I played with it, but not much. Not outside of the hero stuff. I did go ahead and add another Prank Kids Pranks in this deck. I know a lot of decks only use one. It's the Recycler. If they knock that out early and you don't have one on the field, I mean, it's really the only way that the deck can run out of gas. So I'm running a second just to be safe right now. Let's go try her out. Again, you know, I always kind of bring this up. This deck does really like to go second. Most of the decks I play will. First is more of like something you'd want to do like as a control deck. Probably going to see a Maxi. Ooh, or not. Go ahead and get Meow Meow Mew out. Alright, so it's going to activate Dropsies from our graveyard because we used it to go into a Prank Kids monster, Linker Fusion. Dropsies gains us 1,000 life points, and we're going to go ahead and special summon. Let's go ahead and go for Lampsies for the 500 damage. And because ultimately, in case we draw into Dragon Fusion, we really want them in the graveyard. And before we go out into our link, Predaplant, Verte Anaconda, that can get us it right away. So, I mean, just in case we need it, we want them to be available in the graveyard, which is Lampsies, Fansies, Dropsies. We're going to go ahead and go into Dodo Doodle Doo. Activate Lampsies. And our Dodo Doodle Doo. We're going out into Doodle right now because it lets us grab a Print Kid specific spell or trap from our deck. First turn, we don't really need Prank Kid's place, and we have another Dodo Doodle Doo to get it later, so we're going to get Pranks. Okay, 500 damage to them. We will special summon. This time we're going to go into Fansies. We'll go ahead and play Pranks. Pranks allows us to discard a Prank Kids card from our hand to make a Prank Kids token to the field. Basically like a little token Lampsies. Basically just gives us an extension in case we want to go into something like Rip Roaring Roaster or Prank Kids Battle Butler. So some of our bigger monsters, or not Battle Butler, I'm sorry, it doesn't work for that. Just basically our links, which would be Rip Roaring Roaster. Alright, so Dodo Doodle Doo also has a cool effect where we can basically tribute him to get 2 Prank Kids with different names. Tribute this card, then target 2 Prank Kids cards with different names in your graveyard. Except link monsters, add them to your hand. So you tribute him, you get 2 monsters back. And then we could go into like Battle Butler, right? But for right now, we're going to actually go into Bow Wow Bark. And the reason is because even if we do want to go into Battle Butler, this is going to give him some added attack. And we'll activate Fansies. Let's just send a card from our deck to the graveyard to special summon another Prank Kids. And I think we're actually going to go into Rip Roaring Roaster here. Just in case this is like Eldritch. We'll sacrifice one of our Pandemoniums. Get our little token boy, which put 2 bodies on the field for this because he's a link 2, so he counts as 2 towards another link. And our 2 monsters here. Isn't that caught a beauty? Rip Roaring Roaster. I'm gonna go ahead and activate Roxy's. Banish a card from our hand to draw. I mean, we're definitely keeping DD Crow. We really want to keep Cosmic Cyclone. We have other ways to get into Battle Butler, so I am going to go ahead and banish Pandemonium. The other one's in our graveyard. We may be able to get it back with Pranks. I'm not sure if it's just monsters or not. And we're going to go into Fansies here because Fansies has the biggest booty with that 2000 defense. So Ripper on Roaster, just so you guys know, you can sacrifice it to destroy all spell and trap cards on your opponent's field. This is a quick effect, so you can activate it on your opponent's turn during the battle phase, etc. And our beautiful Mau Mau Mew reads that you can only link some... Whatever, not that part. If a Prank Kids monster you control attribute itself to activate its effect, whether it's to, add Prank Kids to your hand, or to do something like Butler, who destroys all monsters, or Ripper on Roaster, who destroys all spell and trap, then we can get rid of that from our graveyard to stop it from going off. So we're going to keep DD Crow in our hand. I like our setup right now. We're going to pass. We will activate Pranks. At the end of our turn, Pranks lets us... Okay, so it does let us shuffle Pandemonium back in our deck, which is great. So we're not adding back Lamp Seas, Fansies, or Drop Seas in case we draw into Thunder Dragon Fusion. We want at least one of each of them to be in the graveyard. Or on the field. So I guess we could have sent back our Fansies. Good old Sky Striker. Nothing we're going to activate right now, because these are basically going to go off either way. We don't have like an Ash to stop them from going off. Probably going to get our Dodo just for the attack. Yep. He's probably reading through our stuff or thinking about what he might, be able to do, what spells he has in his hand. Actually, it looks like he was going through his extra deck. Hello. Boral Sword. Big, scary Boral Sword. So much text on Boral Sword, I often forget. So, cannot be destroyed by battle, alright? Once per turn, quick effect, you can target one attack position monster, change it to defense position. Okay, you can't do that to our Link, and Fansies is already in defense. Also, this card can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this effect activation. Alright. Once per turn, when this card declares an attack on a face-up monster, you can activate this effect. Until the end of this turn, this card gains attack equal to half that monster's current attack. And if it does, that monster's current attack is halved. We're going to droplet that. It's not going to help us out big time because this We're not worried about him changing, you know, our dude to defense, but we're still worried about some other things. So we'll just have to see what we get. Hopefully that's all the gas he has. Doesn't have a ray or anything on the field. I've played Sky Strikers a little bit now, but I'm not extremely familiar with them. What's up? What's going on, Grud? I really can't think of anything else that he could have outside of maybe spell cards in his hand, but he does have a monster now on the main monster zone, which is not something Sky Strikers ever really wants. So I'm kind of confused as to why he summoned Borrelsword, pointing to Riproar and Roaster as well. Maybe he's just not quite used to Sky Strikers or new to it. Alright, so in this case, I mean, we definitely want Butler. I mean, we want to get rid of that Borrelsword, excuse me. And now we have two cards to stop stuff in his graveyard. Cyclone doesn't help right now. So we are honestly probably going to go into Anaconda and go into Butler. I don't like that Borrelsword pointing at me, so I'm going to swap link spots. Ouch. That absolutely sucks. Alright. Well, that's probably GG. Hoping for an Ash Blossom, but we didn't get it. That's okay. He still can't do the attack twice, I don't think, so that's fine. Still gonna hurt. So, I mean, he has 2,500 damage on board right now. If he doesn't do something with the aces in his graveyard, in case you guys didn't know, the aces are the chicks. Yeah, these ladies. That's what gets out their primary links. Alright, so he's probably going to swap her to defense, maybe? Yep, so he can make a second attack. Okay. So now he's got 5,500 damage. Okay, 6,000. We have 9,000 thanks to drops used, so it's not the end of the duel. Gonna activate Skullmeisters, stop that. We got nothing to stop this hurt coming. Oh, he didn't or couldn't attack twice? I don't know if he forgot or if he just couldn't. Another Crow, I'm okay with it. I'd still prefer an Ash. Let's see what we can do. So does that just give him quick when you try one defense position? Also, this card can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. Okay. Alright. Our good old Mau Mau Mew. He does now have 3 spells in his graveyard, which is problematic. We'll activate Lampsies. Let's go ahead and get a little Roxy's for some draw. We'll banish a Crow if we have to. Which we will. Alright, what do we want here? What's going to beat a Boral Sword and a face down? Probably Battle Butler if we can do it, but now that Anaconda's gone, we're going to have to be a little creative. So, but that's alright, we can definitely do it. So we'll get our Pandemonium, which lets us fusion. Banish a Crow. Alright. Alright, so now we have our materials for Butler. Let's go ahead and activate this in response. Banish his face down. Can't remember if we got the draw from Roxy's this turn. We did get the 1,000, so that was kind of a misplay there. Let's go ahead and resolve our Butler. Bye! Good old Bow Wow. See, we can't go into anything too crazy. It's just attack and pass. Okay. We need cards back to our deck. Dropsies, yeah. We'll go with the primaries. There's our Ash. He has something he can do on... Oh, I thought it was still on my end phase for some reason. GG, buddy. Keep in mind, guys, if you guys are using Sky Strikers, I don't know why people are doing this, but going into Access Code Talk in the beginning or Borosword is not usually the way to go. That stuff can be stopped so easy. You're way better off going into the link that lets you draw, and then getting rid of her and going into the blue one that decreases the attack points of your opponent's monsters. That's usually a much better setup with maybe like a face down card that you might be able to use than whatever that was. Round 2 against Ruitza. Ruitza? Not the best hand, but it works. A Megalith deck. I'm not gonna lie, I played these in the campaign and I still have no idea what they do. First time each ritual summoned monster would be destroyed by battle each turn, it is not destroyed. If a Megalith monster is special summoned except during the damage step, you can target one ritual monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. You can only use each effect once per turn. Alright. Megalith Unformed. It's a quick play. Let's see. Activate one of these effects. All monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack for each ritual monster on the field. Okay. Ritual summon one Megalith monster from your deck in defense position by tributing monsters from your hand whose hand or field whose total levels equal twice this level. So this isn't a once per turn. If he has another one, it could be a waste if we Ash Blossom it. But I think we're going to Ash Blossom it anyway. Doesn't seem like he really knows what his cards do either. I'm guessing he's reading. Sorry for the boring wait there for whatever he's doing. So while we're waiting on here, I do have a YouTube channel, guys. Right now it is just the streams that I'm putting up there. I'm uploading them to YouTube as well, just so I have a place where I can kind of accumulate them. And it is under Zelforn Gaming. So, Zelforn Gaming under YouTube, you can literally just type it in the search bar and it'll be there. Zelforn Space Gaming. Probably not even with a space, you'll probably still find it. Alright, we're going to go into Lampsies first. And you guys know we are going to go into Mau Mau Mew. Activate our dear friend Lampsies. That hurts. Alright, so we are basically out of gas this turn because we drew nothing else in our following hand, and we don't have any trap cards either, which sucks. I was really hoping to go into Dodo Doodle Doo there and pull out pranks, Prank Kids Pranks, so that we could get an extra draw, but that's alright. I ain't scared of no rocks. And at least we got our infinite impermanence. Drytron Megalith? I don't think this guy's worth Imperming. Cannot be normal summon stat, must be special summon with an effect of a Drytron card. You can tribute one other Drytron monster or one ritual monster from your hand or field. Special summon this card. Okay. You can reveal one ritual monster or one ritual spell in your hand. If you do, draw one card. You cannot special summon monsters except monsters that cannot be normal summoned set. The turn you activate this effect. You can only use... No, so definitely not. Listen, this guy's making Dark Magician board. There's a card we don't like. Medionis Drytron. This card can be used to ritual summon any ritual monster from your hand or graveyard. You must also tribute machine monsters from your hand or field whose total attack equal or exceed the attack of the ritual monster you ritual summon. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target one Drytron monster you control. It loses exactly 1,000 attack until the end of your opponent's turn, and if it does, add this card to your hand. You can only use the effect of Medionis Drytron once per turn. If this was Droplet and he lost half attack, we might be able to stop him here, but it's definitely not Droplet. Wrong color, wrong name, wrong effect. Not what I was scared of him summoning. Megalith Alfiel? You can ritual summon this card. Really wish it wouldn't take you out of reading whenever it popped that up. Just say chain and pause my screen, thanks. If this card is ritual summoned, you can add one Megalith monster from your deck to your hand except Megalith Ophiel. During your main phase, you can activate this effect. Ritual summon one ritual monster from your hand by tributing monsters from your hand or field, including... So, I mean, we are going to go ahead and imperm that. Should stop him from getting a ritual to his hand, and he won't be able to summon it for whatever he's trying to do here. So he effectively stopped us. I effectively stopped him. Hopefully we can... put our foot on the gas next turn and finish this up. Or he's going to scoop right now. GG. There's our first rank up tonight. Gold 3. We'll take it. Let's go. Trap Tricks. Primarily used as an engine, I think, instead of like an actual deck type. Not 100% sure. Again, these guys came out kind of like after my heyday in playing the game. Whole normal spells. When this card is normal summoned, you can add one whole normal trap from your deck to your hand. So there's going to be a lot of holes on that field we got to avoid. We're going to do our best. Okay, they have links apparently. Trap Trick Sarah. This link summon card is not affected by trap effects. You can only use each of the following effects of Trap Trick Sierra once per turn. Normal trap card is activated. If a normal trap card is activated, yeah, you can special summon one Trap Tricks monster from your deck with a different name. Okay. Trap Tricks monster effects activated. You can set one Trap hole. Normal trap directly from your deck. Jeez. Okay, some Phantom Knight support. Terribly Tired Tapier. Baguska! Once per turn during your standby phase, detach one material from this card. You cannot destroy it. This attack position card cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Your opponent cannot target this attack position card with card effects. While this card is face up in defense position, change all face up monsters on the field to defense position. Also negate the activated effects of monsters that were in defense position when that effect was activated. Okay. You drew into a dead Dark Calling that I was worried about. So it's probably definitely going to come out. You put a bad taste in my mouth today, Dark Calling. Alright, I don't know what to get rid of first. Man, I guess we're going to go into prank since we have two. Why not? Is there like a spell trap hole I don't know about? Or is he thinking about playing as Maxi? Okay. Not scared of that guy. Go ahead. Bring him out. I don't know how the Tapier is going to affect my prank kids, actually. If you trap activate, you can special summon one trap tricks monster from your deck with a different name and these cards you control. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and activate this because I don't know if what he's going to bring out is going to negate his stuff from being destroyed, and I'm scared of whatever's face down. That would have sucked for us, so I'm glad I got rid of it. No! Why was that negated? Oh, defense position. Tapier, maybe? Seems counterintuitive. Okay, put another one of those face down so we can activate our prank kids in our graveyard, which really sucks. I don't think there's any way around it, but I mean, looking at his board right now, like he could go into Code Talker, but that's like what, 3100 attack? I mean, I'm not that scared of dying from it. Let's see what happens. Good old Mau Mau. Let's go ahead and try to activate this and see what happens. Okay, apparently it doesn't stop us, or he didn't activate it then, I don't know. So we're just going to keep trying to go off. We're going to get Prank Kid's place of this instead. I mean, we could also board clear. Sorry, I was thinking there for a second. I mean, we could go into Butler and board clear pretty easy, since we are going to get the activation of our Prank Kids in the graveyard. By sacrificing Dodo Doodle. No, because we would still need Dropsies and Fansies, so we are going to get place. Oh, we have a Dropsies in our hand. Dang! It's alright, we can still go into it. Sorry guys, I'm trying to think real hard. Because I think we want to kill... I mean, if we kill that first, then we could probably activate Meow 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 on his turn and clear his board. You know what? I say we go ahead and risk it. Right? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, screw it. This is probably a terrible mistake. Why can't I activate that? I have Lampseas, Dropsies. I sacrificed my Fansies. Shoot. Wow, that sucks. Absolutely sucks. Again, I'm not scared of this guy. Let's pass to see what he can do. First misplay of the night. Let's go. Okay, we got a Meister and an Ash. What's that card's upkeep again? Okay, detach material. Alright, cool. This attack position card cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Your opponent cannot target this attack position card with card effects. Okay. Let's see, he's activating Myrmelio again. This card is so you know one whole card. I don't know if we really care about stopping that or not. I mean, we already have a Link 2 out. If we can go into Ripper and Roaster, doesn't matter if you get stuff down. We're going to stop it anyway. I just don't know what those trap cards are. And we've already misplayed once, so I don't want to set him up for something else. He's only got 2 cards in the field. We know what the face down is. And it cancels hand traps. Great. Wasn't even thinking about that. I was more worried about our Prank Kid's graveyard effects going off. He's not at lethal. I have a sinking feeling, guys. I think we're going to lose this one. That's okay if we do. It was that misplay. I'm not used to playing the Anaconda card quite yet. I was even keeping in mind, you know, the fact that we needed all 3. I don't know why I didn't think about Fansies going from the field there. I apologize that you guys did not get to see what this deck could actually do against this this opponent's deck turn 2. If he doesn't have lethal, we should be able to manage to go off next turn and get some stuff done, but we'll see. because this turn's taking so long, it's making me even more mad that I missed going into Butler last turn. Trap Tricks, Alomeris. At least we get to see some of the Trap Tricks cards. I mean, they're very interesting. A deck revolving around like normal trap cards, I can see being very, very good and very fun to play, actually. And I can see it having a lot of versatility. See, I've seen this card given to us by the campaign, but I've never thought about using it. After damage calc, if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can detach from this card, shuffle the destroyed monster into the deck instead of sending it to the graveyard. Okay, I mean, we don't really care about this guy being in our graveyard. And he does have lethal, so I wish he'd just attack. For the sake of the stream and time, we are going to go ahead and concede. He has lethal, he's not attacking. I don't have anything to stop him from attacking, so... GG's friend. Alright, next duel. Merzbow. Merzbow? I wish they had some prank kids for your like mate in game. And also, I don't know why they call these mates. They should call them like familiars or something. Mate's pretty weird. No response from game server. What did this dude leave? Come on. Come on. Hosi Hossi. Yay, going second. Don't be Drytron. Don't be Drytron. No whammies. Droll and a Meister. I actually really like this hand. Little Tsuchinoko. Danger cards, for anybody who doesn't know, you can activate them from your hand. Your opponent randomly discards one card from your hand. If it's Tsuchinoko, I think you get a special summon one from your deck. And if it's not, then I think you get to special summon that card from your hand. His effect's a little different. Most of them have like a better effect if you end up discarding them, or vice versa. I can't remember. We'll go ahead and cancel it from the graveyard. I know he's important in decks because people want the bodies. So, ouch, called by the grave, okay. You get your little snake worm thing, alright? I didn't even want to cancel it anyway. Normal summoning in Ash. That is odd. I mean, Ash is a tuner. Maybe you just needed 3 level 3s for an Xyz. No, going into a link. Alright. This guy. I love the artwork of this card. It's probably one of the best in Yu-Gi-Oh! In general. All the Burning Abyss cards just look amazing. Giant pig rock lava monster! I have no idea what they do. This guy's playing his deck quick, so he knows what it's doing. So that's fine. He can go off. I'm more worried about stuff on the field. Alright, Bardiche. Should have known with the level 3s that he'd be doing some Phantom Knights shenanigans. Okay, send Boots to the grave. I think Boots can be special summoned from the grave. That card's gotta go. Unfortunately, Droll's not really gonna help us here. We'll go ahead and do it just in case. We're not gonna need him on our turn anyway. I mean, unless he activates a Max C, which... With those 2 swords, I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. I mean, maybe try to attack if we get out Butler or Rip Roaring. Actually, no. We just need to get out Rip Roaring. It's gotta happen. But can he stop us? It's got something activatable. What am I saying? Obviously, it's the friggin' Phantom Blades. The sword we just saw him lay down. I choose you! Meow meow mew! Activate our Lampsies, 500 damage to him, special summon a Prank Kids. God, I hope he doesn't have anything to stop that. Good. Alright, so, we're not going to mess this up this time, alright guys? And by we, I mean me. Alright, so we have a Dropsies in our hand. We're going to keep that Dropsies in our hand. We're going to get out the other materials. We have a Flamesies in our graveyard, and we can't get Flamesies with it, so we're going to go into Fansies. Boom. Be reborn, Lampsies! It's good to see you, buddy. Kind of a mess up, though. Yeah, because we have to get Dodo Doodle Doo anyway. That's alright. We'll get another Lampsies out. Wait, how is this going to work? We can't get a Lampsies with a Lampsies. We can't get a Fansies with a Fansies. That's alright. We'll figure it out. We have options. This is Prank Kids, right? You bastard. It's okay. Sure. Alright, so now we're definitely not getting Butler, but